Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I wanted to do a reading regarding Casey Anthony and the Peacock documentary that she did not too long ago, and the allegations that she made against her father in that documentary. I want to look into what she said. I want to see why she publicly accused her father of being the cause of Kaylee's death and everything to do with the death of Kaylee Anthony. I want to see why she did that, what the reason or motive behind her publicly accusing him of it is, as well as see what part George might have had. So let's get to it. Spirit guides, guardian angels, please join me. Write me a note at night, keep me safe, anything negative or anything that wishes me harm. Spirit guides, can you please show me with the tarot, why did Casey Anthony publicly accuse her father, George Anthony, of being the cause and of Kaylee Anthony's death? Can you please show me with the tarot what her motive or reason behind the public allegations that she made against her father in regards to her daughter's death? Why did she publicly accuse him? Please show me the tarot. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords here. The Seven of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands. And the Two of Swords here. Interesting. Okay. Spirit, can you please show me the tarot? What part, if any, did George Anthony have in the death of Kaylee Marie Anthony? Can you please show me with the tarot? And what part, if any, George Anthony had in Kaylee Anthony's death? Okay. Oh, so we have the Death card. We have the Three of Swords, the Seven of Cups in the reverse, and we have one more. What part, if any, did George Anthony have in causing the death of Kaylee Marie Anthony? And we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. And on the bottom is the Chariot. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment to meditate with my cards to get the full message from this reading. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about it. So the Knight of Swords shows her desire for change. She's been waiting to express and use her intelligence to try and change the narrative and create opportunities for herself to advance and, basically investing the purpose of her communication and the documentary and as a whole was in order for her to advance in her career and try and steer the narrative in the way that favors her. Being very ambitious and committing to a direction and path that, is explainable with all of the evidence and that is believable, kind of. The Seven of Pentacles is her hard work paying off for her, things coming to fruition, her getting the results that she wanted. Manifesting her ideas, ambitions, and goals and focusing on what she wanted to achieve. And there's also a card regarding finishing what she started. So I believe at some point there was a delay in the project. She quit for some reason, or there was some type of change that had to be made in the direction they were going at first. Maybe the dad was supposed to be in the documentary as well, even. I'm not sure, but for some reason there was a pause in how they were going to spin it and how they were going to make everything appear. The Page of Wands is the new idea. The beginning stage is there of a new project or venture. So it's possible that there was some career opportunity or something publicly that she wanted to launch, maybe a TV show, something like that. And this needed to happen before it. And after weighing the pros and the cons, she needed to hurry up and make this project come to fruition so that before this other opportunity could be had. Um, there's also something else that she wants now. I guess it's in regards to her mother, too. And then the Two of Swords, shows that basically she had two options. She had no other choice but to pick. She was limited in the options that she had, and based on, what she had in front of her, she had to make a difficult choice that would completely sever her from her family, totally and completely. In order to move forward, she had no other choice. If she wanted to advance, she needed more. She needed more opportunities, more financial resources. This career that she had was stagnant and stuck, and maybe that relationship was changing in some way, and she needed something that was going to help her and transition her into bigger opportunities. She came up with, or the whole box of a documentary was geared toward painting her father as the villain and her as the victim in any and every situation. That was the goal, and that's because of the strife that between the mother and her, and making her isolated, and she has a lot of resentment for her father. And it's not necessarily from a completely dishonest place, because there is some truth to the allegations that she's made against her father, allegedly, in my opinion. So I feel that, to me, especially with the Ten of Cups in the reverse here, the family life and home life was very dysfunctional. It was a very dysfunctional situation. I believe that abuse was present for Casey. I believe her when she says that her father was abusive to her. I believe that. I believe that 100%. However, I don't think that I don't believe that he killed Kaylee, or that he made it appear that Kaylee was going to be okay. I don't believe he deceived her in any way, shape, or form. So for George and what part he had, so since the death card comes up, that means for me that the physical death already had taken place before he ever got involved in any way. The Three of Swords also indicates the loss, the sorrow, traumatic upheaval, sadness, sorrow, tears, heartbreak. So the death is giving him the heartbreak, finding out about the death. So he is informed of it or figures it out. So either the day it happened, or at some point he became aware that she was no longer alive. And he wanted to help his daughter. The Seven of Cups in the reverse shows her feeling, like she had no options. What was she going to do? She's restricted. His daughter is coming to him in the turmoil of all her overturned cups, upset. So he tries to help her in what way he can. He tries to salvage his daughter's life because, possibly she used the leverage of her childhood and the abuse that she suffered, and he waves that as leverage in order to get him to help, or maybe his guilt from that aspect, or his guilt from maybe he was doing the same thing to his granddaughter that he was doing to his daughter previously, because as I know firsthand, abuse is generational, at least in my instance, and any that I've seen or any that's been expressed to me, it's definitely been a generational thing. It tends to play out negatively, a negative behavioral pattern that plays out over and over and over again. But I don't believe that he was responsible or caused Kaylee's death at all. He could have been abusing her. That is very well possible. However, for me, the Seven of Cups in the reverse tells me this is a drug card, alcohol, all that. Not being focused, neglecting her daughter, possibly drugging her daughter, overdosing her daughter, and causing the death due to her neglect. And her repeating the, again, same behavioral patterns. And then the Ten of Cups in the reverse shows dysfunction in the home life in general and in their relationship, a very weird dynamic in their relationship, and trying to keep up appearances, making things look one way, making the home and family life look one way. It's also breakdowns in communications between families or within families, family breakdowns, all of that. I think that he helped her. He made a plan on how they should move forward, or how she should move forward, what they were going to do. I believe that he did hold it, or withheld from Cindy the truth about what happened to Kaylee, or what knowledge he had, that is, and helped keep it a secret. And that is part of something that she has on him in regards to the marriage. She knows that he was aware and he helped in different aspects. The car is an important thing in regards to him. I feel like maybe, because one time I remember George was stating that Casey had came over and he was trying to get something out of the truck, and she wouldn't let him, and she rushed him first ahead of him and got whatever out and gave it to him. I feel like the possibility that he found out then, saw Kaylee in the trunk, and then she disclosed to him and tried to help him. But after she was restricted in jail, I feel that there was interference in the family dynamic, because there was already a shaky and rocky relationship between George and Casey. I feel that once she was restricted in jail and the communication between them was breaking down and they weren't able to communicate fully, I feel like George Anthony veered off of his original plan and attempted to, or maybe he even started feeling differently about wanting to protect her, or felt like she was turning on him, whatever the case may be, and trying to like pin it on him somehow and manipulate it. And he decided to do the same, which is why he testified for the grand jury, all of those things. So that's why his actions were that. I feel like Cindy doesn't fully know the truth and true scope of the situation. However, I do feel that Casey Anthony, by neglecting her daughter and letting her daughter roam free, and somehow she got hurt and lost her life, or she overdosed her because of her need to party and indulging in, the negative behavior patterns like her father did, and similar to him in his life, she died like that. That is how it feels to me. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Love y'all.